They have played such amazing cricket. I'm talking about the Knight Riders. So KKR got Gigi back in charge, and we know how well that partnership works. Of course, trophy in
G&G?
G&G.
That partnership.
That partnership. The 2012, 2014 trophies coming in. And I think Gautam has said enough times, Joy, that he had the autonomy, he was given the power to run the team that the way he wanted to run it, to back his thought and philosophy.
Absolutely. He was given that, and I think he's done an absolutely, all the advantage he had was the two main stalwarts of the team were people he has picked personally in an auction.
Oh,
he has gone in 2012 and said, we've got to buy Sunil Narine at any price, because we were playing a practice match before a Champions League in 2011 in Bangalore, and Gautam couldn't pick Sunil. And if Gautam can't pick a spinner, he says, we got it. So he's picked him. In 2014 auction, everything is over, and he says, we've got some money left. Any guy who can bowl at 140 and whack the ball is worth it. So let's pick up this guy, Andre Russell.
Wow.
Okay. So these are the...
Who had been let go by Delhi.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. So he come to 2024, he knows these guys better than anybody on this planet. Oh. He knows exactly what they can do. He knows exactly what they can give. First thing he does is puts up Sunil Narine up front. And what does he say? His logic is, he's not going to give me anything at 8.
Yeah.
If he gives me something at 1, he does. He doesn't, he doesn't.
Again, attacking option. What we're talking about
Always.
with SRH. Attacking option. It's not...
Staggeringly, in the 3 years before, he was averaging 8, 7 and 3.
Wow.
The 5 years...
And he's averaging 873 in this season.
The 5 IPLs before this, the total scores that he has is almost less than half of what he scored this year.
Less than half?
No, it's about 60% of what he scored.
Let's say half of what?
Yeah, ever since the Lin and Sunil Narine combination was broken, Narine really hasn't been a batter, that much of a batter. He's had the odd innings.
True, and ever since that opening combination was broken, there was also Knight Riders not being able to settle on an opening combination, right? I mean, last year, one big problem for them was, and we would, kind of discuss it all the time, it almost seemed like it was musical chairs happening.
It
seemed like they were pulling it out of a hat.
14 different combinations.
Yeah.
It was like IT companies hiring graduates. Do you see anyone, you just pull him in. Anyone who's there, you're opening the batting.
Trespassers will be employed.
Will be asked to open the batting.
Yeah. I like this. Isn't that, Joy? What film dialogue is that? I don't know. You like classics, you know them. Where it says, but what if I fall? And the response is, but what if you fly down?
What if you fly?
Yeah.
What was it?
It's
a classic.
Come back to me. But that dialogue kind of, from 50, 60 years ago is so succinct in its explanation, because all these guys are not scared. They're not getting scared of the failure. They're setting themselves up for success. And what will happen if our plans go right? You got to think about that.
And Sunil Narine, don't forget, is one of the top 5 greatest T20 players that we've seen.
Yeah.
And as a bowler alone, the good thing about his batting is he never plays himself in. Yes. Even at his peak, when Gale was changing matches, and Gale is Bradman-esque, there is Gale and there's everybody else with batting.
Yeah.
He used to take 10 balls, remember?
Yes.
7, 8 balls, and you're thinking Gale, and then he would erupt. Sunil Narine doesn't bother about 10 balls. If he's getting out in 2, 3 balls. I think it was Sehwag who said once, कि zero करना ही था तो इतने ball क्यों खेले?
Good point. The other problem that they had, so of course, Gautam came in, addressed that, put Sunil Narine up again. That was an experiment you thought had gone past its sell-by date. But this 2.0 Sunil Narine that came in to open the batting, and of course they got very lucky because they had picked Jason Roy, and again, blessing in disguise, right? Jason Roy decides not to come. Yeah. They pick Phil Salt as a replacement. And he was like Phil Chaat Masala, man. Salt. He was just spicy.
Also, again, you see, I'll tell you 2 of the things that has happened this time with KKR is people saying, hey, it's a great opportunity, it's a chance to do what I can. Yeah. Okay, Phil Salt won, top of the order. Sunil Narine always thinks like that while batting.
Yeah.
I'll give it a whack. If I don't give it a whack, I'm not going to waste time out here. But the third guy in the very first match who had a similar story is Harshit Rana.
Yeah.
So Harshit Rana bowls. So there's this great story when he's bowling the final over, okay? And he turns around, and when Shreyas gives him the ball, and we must give Shreyas a bit more credit than he's being given currently, because most of the credit is going to Gautam, understandably. But Shreyas turns around when he gives Harshit Rana, a fellow Delhi boy, the ball, gives Harshit the ball. He turns around and he says कि मैच अभी निकल चुका है लगता है, तेरा चांस है हीरो बनने का. It's a beautiful way to put it, saying that the match is gone.
Yeah.
Okay, with class in batting like this match is gone. So don't worry about defeat. but it's your chance to be a hero.
Nice.
And he conceded a 6 of the first ball.
First ball class, and it's
came down to 7 or 5.
5.
It came down to 7 or 5.
Again.
But you know,
What if you fly, darling?
correct. It's amazing.
It's your chance to be a hero.
That is the story right through this year's Tata IPL. It has reinforced more than anything else, everything that we knew, but it's reinforced that, which is there are good players everywhere.
Yeah.
It is how they are going out on the field. The teams that have done the best are the teams that have empowered their players. And
Managed
allowed
them well.
Allowed them to flower. What is the first thing Sunil Narine says? Gigi, come to me, give me confidence.
Yeah.
Even if you are the great Sunil Narine, you're still searching for confidence. The only one who's not searching for it is the anchor over here because he's got lots of it.
Oh, me?
And genes, confidence and genes.
What else is I don't listen too much, so it's just kind of just keep you focused.
The other thing with KKR this year is everyone's talking about how the all-rounders are going out of the game.
Yeah.
The bona fide all-rounder is the most important person still in the side because they had 2 bona fide all-rounders in the top 7.
Correct.
Sunil Narine and Andre Russell.
Yep.
Right? Now see what happens. In your top 7, you already have a keeper, 2 batters and 6-7 overs.
Yep.
Every single game that they played with 8 batters and 6 bowlers. Every single game.
Yeah.
And the 8th was Ramandeep. If KKR go on and win this year, they should have a special prize for Ramandeep Singh. He's the guy who comes in a multi-starrer and steals the lines.
But he did, because he was brilliant in the field. You're talking about him in the field,
Sensational.
Right?
No, even at the bat. How many times he's come in and got 14 or 5?
He's a Devabrata
20 of 7.
Yeah, plenty.
So they could only play him because they're 2 all-rounders. Otherwise, they would not have been able to play him.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one more thing they got right. They got their Swiss Army knife night. And their Swiss Army knife this year was a chap called Venkatesh Iyer.
Yep.
And remember, Venkatesh Iyer has had a lot of flack for things that something he didn't do, which was to be retained over somebody like Shubman Gill, who went on to have a monster season. But the truth is, Venkatesh Iyer has batted at 3, where he's won matches, okay? He's batted at 4, he's batted at 5, he's batted at 7, he's batted at 8. He has basically been the one guy who said, wherever Gautam needed to adjust the batting order, Venkatesh Iyer has moved up and down.
Yeah.
And he's changed. That match against Mumbai, he made that 70, that changed the game.
True.
Yeah.
And in a match where it was getting out, for once the openers had failed. So give credit to that guy also, because that's what happened again in KKR with all the good teams. Lots of guys put up their hand.
My only criticism of KKR was what they did with Rinku Singh. That's my only criticism of KKR. That wherever Ankrish Raghuvanshi was batting, and he's a wonderful player to watch, Venkatesh Iyer could have batted there and Rinku could have got his number 5.
Yeah.
I think Rinku became a little casualty of the top order success.
Yeah.
Of,
he was a
of
victim
KKR.
of
That was the only
their
thing.
success.
But now look what else has happened, GK. Ankrish Raghuvanshi is this inexperienced guy who's going out. As they head into the playoffs, he's replaced by who? By their former captain, who's a serious T20 batter.
Yeah.
So Nitish Rana now comes into what is already an excellent batting lineup. Yeah. Now you see, I mean, they've lost Salt, I know, but Cricbuzz is a good player. Cricbuzz, Narine, Rana, Shreyas, Venkatesh Iyer.
I'm saying they've got opening options as well.
Yeah.
Even if they don't play Cricbuzz, they've got opening options.
They can send Venkatesh Iyer up.
Yeah, they can send Venkatesh.
The year they reached the finals last year, Venkatesh Iyer was opening.
Yep. All right. If you had to retain one foreigner, one local player, who would it be? This is a very tough question with them.
On current form, you just can't walk away. I would look at Sunil Narine. The Indian player is really tough. I mean, I have I'll go very left field, I'll say Rinku Singh.
Okay.
Interesting one. Because all the Indian players, I'm actually going Andre Russell as my replacement, because I think his is a skill that is that's very rare. And I'll go a little more left field. As the tournament progressed, Varun Chakravarti kept on doing well. So I'd actually retain Varun Chakravarti because his kind in India doesn't exist.
You can't replicate him.
Yeah. So I'm going Andre Russell and Varun Chakravarti if I had only 2.
Okay, cool. One last question, because I know people will want to hear this. Your take on Shreyas Iyer's captaincy this season? He was missing last year, came back.
Look, when did Delhi Capitals have their best years?
When he was captain.
Shreyas Iyer was captain. There must be something about him. Sometimes we react too much to the swagger and the way he walks and the solitaires in his ears. That's our old way of judging people. Yeah. He has to be doing something right for a team that has turned around like that.
Yeah.
So, huge thumbs up for me.
Ditto. I told you about that incident with Harsha Rana.
Yep,
that tells you a little bit about what he is like.
I love that.
He knows the right things to say to the right people. And as I said, again, I always talk about captain team and coach teams and, who runs the team. if you know that Gautam is going to take the decisions, for you to smoothly segue into it and be able to work as a team together is very important. That didn't happen last year with KKR. It's happening this year.
And obviously there's a lot of, there'll be camaraderie and trust between them as well, because it was Gautam who had given up captaincy mid-season.
Exactly, to get Shreyas Iyer to Delhi.
Yes,
when he went to Delhi,
he had kind of seen something in him at that point in time. So he's obviously, there's a good relationship there. And that's it, you know, because they get good players in every team. You see it. Obviously, there's no chumps playing. They're all pros. They're all, you know, some experience, some inexperience, but they're all gun players. It's a balance that comes, and it's the mahal that we talk about. How can you just unlock the potential of the entire team?
It's the word of the IPL.
Yeah, it just is.
Mahal. What's the air that you're breathing?
Yeah, it really is, and you could tell with the Knight Riders there was something special happening this season, and it was really great to watch.